And George kicks to Watson. Ross against George. In low to score. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. But they'll recover. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. Johnson comes in for Terrence Ross. Williams, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez. The Pacers also changing it up. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. West comes in for Luis Scola. And George Hills subbed in for C.J. Miles. In the corner, George with it. A three ball, blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Here's Hill. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
We'll see if they can make some adjustments at halftime to try to get him some easier looks and get him on track.
Back to West. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Collins. And again, Toronto with the triple.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Watson kicks it to West. Outside, George. Here's the teardrop, and he gets it to go.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Now here's Williams. No luck. And through.
All right, listen, men. That was a terrific half of basketball. We got a great chance.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Down low, West and Hibbert. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in at the small forward position.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Pacers was just a man on a mission. He finished with 45 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Outside Hill. And George, here we go. And Valanciunas with the block. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
These players can flat out shoot the rock. But shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. And you look at Mr. Clutch, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
He's having so much success from the three-point line in the playoffs. Just seems like he's thriving under pressure.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from him.
George, and he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lowry kicks to Williams. Here's Collins. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 37 points for Mr. Clutch.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
West setting the pick for Hill. Kicks it to West. Collins grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backcourt. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Hill against Lowry. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lowry dishes to Collins. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Stuckey outside. Hill passes to West. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Some changes for Toronto. Patterson comes in for Johnson. And it's Vasquez in for Lou Williams. Mahinmi's checked in for Indiana. Scola comes in for West. Screen by Scola. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
James Johnson's checked in for Toronto. And the Pacers also making a change. Miles is checked in. He kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go. George has got 8 points.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Shot by Collins, no good. For Indiana, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Stuckey drives inside. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's the triple. Count the bucket. Collins has got 43 points.
It's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
That one goes. Count. Collins has got 45 points.
Well, he continues to light it up. He's the leading scorer in this game, guys.
Stuckey kicks to George. It's deflected. Fast break Toronto. Moving it up. Johnson outside. Raptors moving the ball around. And he gets it to go. Collins has got 48. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
You know, adding to that, Steve, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Scola dishes to Stuckey. In the corner, George with it. George missing again. The Raptors have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Shots good.
You know, the more these 3-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at them, they've not been able to take that shot away.
Stuckey a screen on Johnson. And George kicks to Stuckey. Back to George. Will it go? Misses off the left iron.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
Here's Stuckey. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Raptors out in front, running away with it. We'll be back shortly.
Let's go.
The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. DeRozan and Ross, they're the 2 and 3. Johnson is out there with Hayes, and it's Williams at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And it's Hill penetrating. Watson, the pass to Hill. West a screen on Williams. Here's Hill. No luck. Williams with the defensive effort.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. Can't put it any other way.
And the Raptors making a change here. Collins is checked in. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's off from three-point range. The Pacers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Hill dishes to West. Inside to Hibbert. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
The shot by George, no good.
Been a rough shooting night for him, but I don't mind that shot. He had a good look at it.
And again, Toronto no luck. The Pacers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now Watson, back to West. It's stolen by DeRozan. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ross kicks to Collins. Good on the triple. Collins has got 54 points.
He's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
Here's Watson. Toronto grabs the miss.
Even that close to the hoop, when you see that kind of defense, I think you got to move the ball back out to the perimeter.
Collins, good.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Offline with his three. Pacers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Out to West. The pass to George. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got 3 assists tonight.
I'm just so impressed with these guys. They made big plays when it counted the most, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for Toronto.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Mr. Clutch. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing boards.
That one is off. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Ross. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. And it's C.J. Miles in for Hill. Down low. And there's Paul George on the assist by Watson.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And again, Toronto no luck. For Indiana, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Back to George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Watson kicks to George. George double-teamed. Scola with it. Now defended by Collins. And George with the stuff.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air. And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horns.